Who would have ever thought pasta with potatoes, right? Do not diss it until you've tried it, because I'm telling you, this is something really special. Benvenuti, hi everybody. Today, oggi facciamo una bella pasta patate, which is pasta and potatoes. Really delicious, very vegetarian. I have my ingredients here.
Can starch on starch work?
Starch on starch, unbelievably, is so delicious. But it's what makes this really special is the combination, the onion, the celery, and the tomato.
The Holy Trinity.
Right. And then we have our potatoes. And what we're gonna do is, we got an onion here. We have 2 celery stalks, not too big. And I have 3 potatoes that I peeled, and they're in cold water so that they don't turn brown. Then we have a can of the Italian peeled tomatoes. Our olive oil. And this is a little bit of diced pancetta. Now, you don't have to put this, if you want to make this completely vegetarian, just leave this out. It doesn't change anything, but for those of us that like that little flavor of the pancetta, it goes really well with this dish, okay? So we'll start by cutting our onion.
What would you say? Pasta Genovese and pasta Padano, the 2 marquee pastas in Naples?
The Genovese, the Padano, the pasta fazool, which we'll do down the line, was always a favorite, my mom said, of all the men. So it's almost 2 full onions chopped up. We're going to also now chop up our celery stalks.
Lash.
I'm going to see by eye. We might not need both of them. I do a lot of this by eye, like my mom did, just as easier for me. So I'm going to chop up the celery.
You're supposed to cry when you make this.
Yeah, the onions are but they're really tears of joy because this is so good.
Let it out.
Okay, and we'll do this. Adesso mettiamo l'olio. This is not extra virgin olive oil. This is just regular olive oil.
You like to keep it light.
Yeah, well, I like my extra virgin olive oil more for salads and things like that, and do this. So a generous amount of oil on the bottom. Remember, a cucchiarella. We need a cucchiarella every time we're making pasta with something. Non discordo. Take this non-vegetarian and you want the little bit of flavor from the pancetta. We're going to put the pancetta, drop it into the olive oil. Our pancetta is sizzling, and now we're going to add an onion to this. My potatoes that have been soaking in the cold water. 3 medium-sized potatoes here.
Munu Nation. Hello, Munu Nation. That's my wife.
Onions are a little soft, a little translucent. Everything's cooking up great. Well, what we're going to add now is half of this small 14-ounce can of our peeled tomatoes.
So a small can. You don't want too many tomatoes.
Well, yeah, I don't want to make it too tomato saucy. You know what I'm saying? I want the other flavor. The tomato. Let this simmer with the tomatoes a little bit. Okay. Again, you salt to taste.
What salt do you use?
I use kosher salt because for me, the salt today salt is not salty. I don't know what's wrong with the salt today. I'm here to smell this. Okay, now into this beautiful mixture of these delicious vegetables and that pancetta. Again, if you don't want the pancetta, leave it out. We're going to throw in our potatoes, our cut up potatoes. Look at this. So now we're just going to fill this water, and we just want to get those potatoes covered with the water, okay? And we're going to bring these potatoes to a simmer. Okay? Now we're just going to let this boil and boil. Potatoes to be fork tender. So if you see that this is boiling down and the potatoes are still not fork tender, just add a little bit more water and keep cooking. Basil always makes everything. Basil always adds. And in this dish, the basil is very nice. So we're going to take a couple of basil leaves. The potatoes are just boiling gently.
Now, the tomatoes you throw in, were they diced or just crushed by hand?
I crushed them with my hands. That's what Nana used to do. Nana Yolanda used to do that, and that's what I do. So now this is just a waiting game. We're waiting for the potatoes. This is so easy. I know I say that all the time, but it's really so easy.
The best things in life are simple.
Yes. And you know what? I've gone to a lot of restaurants. They paint my plate.
And they managed to screw this up.
Beautiful.
Right, and
I've
it tastes
never
like
eaten
it's
better.
Steve-O's.
My father always used to say to me, you can go out and spend $400 on a dinner for 2 people. Come here. I'll feed you. It won't cost you anything, and you'll eat better. And he's right.
Amen.
These people were very creative. Poor people were very creative.
Very resourceful.
Yes. Alrighty, then we have our pasta with potatoes. And I'm able to smash them with my wooden spoon. Which
This is a family
the
secret.
pasta's cooked. And my mom used to do this all the time. She used to say, don't tell anybody what I do, but smash it in and it gives it a nice... Right, it thickens it up in a really nice way. The potatoes thicken it up and it's really delicious. If you like it soupy, don't do it. Leave it soupier. No problem with that. We're going to add the water because now the pasta's going to go in. So we need to at least have an inch over the potatoes. So I put in...
For our pasta.
We'll put a little bit more. Our pasta. So the pasta, if you want it more soupy, less pasta. If you're watching your weight, you don't want that much pasta. You want a lot of pasta because you really like it. It's up to you, you know. So my mother used to put a scoop for everybody in the family.
A handful per person.
So I have 5 people tonight. I have 6. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then my mother used to throw in 1 for good luck. I'm shutting it off and I'm putting a generous helping.
The last touch.
Look at my cup.
This is really triumphant.
You're welcome to add more cheese if you like and a little pepper. And there it is, your patate. Let me get my wine. Try it. You're going to love it.
Buon
Think of me
appetit.
when you eat it. Buon
Buona
appetito.
fortuna. Ciao.